Justin is taking a leave of absence.
We are going to miss him. So we sent him off with some character.
Enjoy.
If we really could be sponsored by anything you wanted, so like you'd get like I don't know what you would get out of a sponsorship deal, but like what companies would you pick? Like let's say if you did pick Mercedes, like they give you a Mercedes. If you picked Nike, they give you free Nike shit.
The first thing that came to mind for a sponsorship. Hello and welcome to the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's JDub. This is our character building episode. Also, in response to your question, Justin, if I had to pick a sponsor, yeah, I don't know. The first thing that came to mind was Jordan. Is that weird?
No, that's fun. They send you cool shoes every month.
Well, I'll tell you too. That's also like brand association at its finest. Where it's like when you think of Jordan, you think of like a select team of all-stars, right? Like for me, because like remember like back in the day, Jeter had Jordans, like cleats. Warren Sapp had him. Roy Jones Jr. had probably the greatest boxing shoes of all time, right? Like if you think like you're a Jordan athlete, you know, like Michigan, Jordan. You know what I mean? The Michigan football is for Jordan. So I don't know. To me, that's what I think. Is it wrong to think that? Maybe. But
I would like a like maybe like Post cereal, you know, get like a grape nut sponsorship.
Cereal company.
Yeah, Post, pretty big out there. Kellogg's, you know, one of them.
If you had to say your favorite cereal, what would it be?
My favorite. So I can't really do cereal anymore because the Lord took milk away from me, and I've tried all the other milks. Like I'll do the expensive Horizon one. That's like $5 for a half gallon.
That's the kind of I do for my kid.
If I do like one bowl of cereal, I'll be okay. But who wants to eat one bowl of cereal? I'm not made to be. I'm a box.
Who can?
I open and close a box of cereal.
Yeah, if I open a box of CT Crunch, I'm not stopping till the bag's empty, babe. That's the bottom line.
Till the roof of my mouth hurts, or we don't have any milk left. Till the fucking wheels fall off. I've made a statement that like universally, like everyone can agree with. Like if we all as a people had to decide what the best cereal was, it's Raisin Bran Crunch.
Is it?
It's for everybody, and it's banging.
Raisin Bran Crunch as a cereal?
So good.
You're saying that's the number one?
That should be the best cereal in America. My personal though, which I know not everyone would agree with, I'm a big Cinnamon Life guy. Now it sogs up quick, and it is a big fault of it. But those moments before it sogs out, I'm in heaven.
You got it, yeah. When you have Cinnamon Life, you have to attack it. You have to attack Cinnamon Life. Yeah.
You have about 48 seconds to finish that bowl of cereal.
Yeah. Before that thing is like mush.
You got to eat it like an abused, sheltered animal.
Is it strange that we are all willing to take the pain for Captain Crunch? Like you happily accept the pain in the roof of your mouth from Captain Crunch.
Makes the ridges in the roof of my mouth like swell.
Yeah.
They get like more defined.
Yeah, and Crunch Berries as well.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch. Remember those? The balls? The original Reese's Puff cereal?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was the precursor to Reese's Puffs, was the peanut butter crunch. Yeah.
That was a goodie.
Yeah, that was a goodie. I'll tell you, sleeper one for me, though, and it's not like a sweet one, was Crispix. I always like Crispix.
Crispix held
Consistency. I'm a consistency guy because they stay crunchy. Crunch. They stay crunchy till the end.
Frosted Mini Wheats grew on me. Like I hated them as kids, and then as I got older, I was like, these are pretty good.
I'll tell you, one of my big things with Frosted Mini Wheats is that you let it sit, let it soften up a little, and it absorbs a lot of the milk, and then you devour.
Did your old man eat the original? Have you ever seen the original?
Oh, the ones that were like the size of a brick?
It's literally this big, and you would break it into like 6 pieces, mash it, and then you'd pour hot water to like loosen it up.
Do you know what's one cereal that literally only survived due to like great marketing? Was Wheaties. Because I'll tell you, that is a dog shit cereal.
But
this is awful cereal.
You would eat them as a kid, and you'd be like, "Yeah, today's the day. I'm in this."
Yeah. We're winning the championship today. Yeah. Big time. So yeah.
Kix, also an underrated kid cereal.
Berries. Kix Berries was a great one.
Berry Kix was a treat, but even regular Kix, I did not mind.
I'll tell you, I'm not the biggest fan of Lucky Charms though. Never was.
I never was either. Like it wasn't my favorite, but now they did something to it. It's terrible. I ate like, I mean, granted, the last time I ate it I like shit green.
Mm.
I think something with the marshmallow they change or something. It's not good.
You think that's why your Pishmandel is pizzle a little bit? The marshmallows from Lucky Charms? Will that do
Lucky
it too?
Charms, Lucky Charms marshmallows stunt your
yeah, fizzled your pizzle. You know what I mean? Yeah, no good. No, absolutely not. I was gonna say, I mean, yeah,
cereal's a
I don't
young
know.
man's game. I might be done with cereal, and it saddens me.
That is one thing. As an adult, cereal does get taken away from you. Fruit Loops was a time. Fruit Loops was a time we all had. Yeah, we lost a cereal sponsorship because of Cabot.
We're gonna sponsor by cereal. Is that what I couldn't remember what that company was?
It was an adult cereal. Don't say the name, but yeah.
Grape Nuts? I don't know the name. I can't say the name.
All right, then don't say it. I don't want to air it because I don't have to deal with their bullshit again.
I don't know what it is. Is it Grape Nuts?
No, it's not, and we're not saying it. So there you go.
Special? Is it Special K with the freeze dried strawberries in there?
So I'll tell you what. That's a cereal that I got behind quick because it had consistency, it had crunch, and then when you threw the strawberries in, or later on when they had like the yogurt one, which is also very good. Special K was fine. Even original Special K. Yeah.
So
original Special K can throw down.
5 boys in the house. My mom was allowed her own cereal, and it was usually Special K, and we were not supposed to eat it. No. But in dire situations, have I had some Special K with some freeze-dried strawberries?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh. And I used to crush that woman's Slim Fast. Remember the Slim Fast in those thick aluminum cans?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are good, yo.
You felt it's like it was one of those cans like you felt like you needed like a knife to open, you know?
Yeah.
Like, where's the special tool to open this can?
I felt like a hobo.
Yeah. When I was wrestling, that was the move is that my dad would buy me cases of Slim Fast. And he's like, all right, you get one a day. You get one a day till you make weight, bub. All right, here you go. Hope you like chocolate. I was like, I don't. But when at that point, I was like, I love anything as long as I can eat.
Torture.
Yeah, Slim Fast is brutal. I mean, dude, Slim Fast is like it's basically Ozempic in milkshake form, and it doesn't work. The concept is the same, where you just eat less and put less shit in your stomach. You know?
Yeah, it wasn't good, but it did make you feel full.
Not really.
For an hour.
Yeah, it made you feel full for 3 seconds, and then you're like, all right, can I get 2 more of these? They were good though, you know? But if you're eating like 3 at a time and you're like, this isn't a meal replacement, it's just a snack, 3 Slim Fast, not gonna be good. Not gonna be good.
You're not gonna like the way you look.
So, okay. For all those listening, this is another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast. I'm Albania. He's JDub Justin Richardson. We've been discussing cereals and other amazing things, but today we're character building. That's right. We don't have a guest. It's just me and Justin. And I'll tell you, I want to tell everybody this is one of Justin's last shows for a while, and we're gonna miss him. We've had so many good times together.
It's only for 60 days. I'll be back on Wednesdays.
The specific amount of time doesn't. I mean.
Doesn't make you feel any better.
I mean, but I'm just saying, oh man, 60 days, no contact to the outside world for 60 days?
No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just doing it from home. I just have meetings to go. I gotta go talk to people about my feelings on Tuesday. And that's when we record the show.
What if you went in and legit it was like a Cabot running the meeting and he's like, look, your feelings are gay. Get out of here with your gay feelings. What would you do?
Step 1, admit you're gay. Step 2, stop being gay. Step 3, bring like snacks and stuff to the meeting and your own chair.
Yeah, and bring your own coffee to the meeting. We don't supply coffee anymore, all right? And we don't care if you had a crippling opioid addiction, all right? Just stop, okay? Enough. Yeah.
Remember the number 1 rule. Knock it off. What's wrong with you?
Here's the number 1 rule. Cut it out.
What you can't get up and go to work like everybody else? What do you think? You're special? Yes, I think my drug addiction makes me special.
I'll tell you, you did feel special while you were doing them. You know what I mean? At first, did you ever get did you get when you get back in and you're not spending like $600 a week and you're only spending like 100 a week and you're like, oh, I could do this 100 a week. I could do this. And then a week later, you're like, okay, I'm up to 400 a week. I could do 400 a week. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm up to 400 a day now. Okay. All right. Well, I need help.
And whoop, there it goes. Well, that's the thing is I do it with everything. Drinking, edibles, everything. It all starts slow and then it ramps out of control.
You just have to have something to escape the pain, my friend. You know,
I lack a discipline.
I mean, it's not even a lack of discipline. It's like you have a hole. You know, everyone's got a
I
hole.
mean, yeah. I mean, you're obviously using it to. Well, that's the other thing. But I don't like. I drink to party. I just like drinking.
Yeah, I like having a good time as much as the next guy.
I
You
just
know?
can't help it that I wake up and I want to have a good time right away when I wake up.
Dude, I guarantee though, like this is what'll happen, right? Even like when you get sober, right? You know what's gonna be your next addiction is working out, right? You're gonna
I
start
just
out like working
yeah.
out like an hour a day, right? And then you're gonna get a pop from the endorphins, and then that's gonna be your new drug, where you're gonna be like riding, you know, or whatever, working out for like waking up at 3:15 in the morning to go work out because that's the only time you can get away from your wife and kid without them endlessly nagging you over some bullshit, you know? So I'm just saying, like, I mean, that's gonna be your life. Not that I have any personal experience with that, but that's just what I've heard, you know? But yeah, no, that's just, dude. I mean, hey man, you know, I know everyone here, and I'm sorry to air your personal shit, and I'll cut this if you want, but we just want the best for you. So, you know, do your shit and then just get back, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's already been fucking 10 days. I haven't drank alcohol or done anything else, and I feel good. I just
You know,
got to
it's the
stick with
worst.
it. Like after, I got to get to like a year.
I hate that it's like it takes other shit away, you know? Like well, I mean, is there anything better than like having some beers and then having some nose beers? You know what I mean? Like we can't do that anymore because then
I
you won't
never,
know, you
yeah,
know.
I was never a big blow guy. It's all right. I mean, I do like, I love
I'll
everything.
tell you, I didn't have the equipment for it. Tell you that. Took me a while to really like it, but I never loved it, I would say, as much as the other stuff. The other stuff, I love
Yeah, the
the
other
other
stuff I
stuff.
could do Monday through Thursday. The nose beers,
The
like
other
if you,
stuff, I go
yeah,
wake up and go to bed doing it, brother. It was for me. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's what they call dope. Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, yeah. There's a reason it's called dope. Yep, for sure. But what are you gonna do? You'll find other addictions.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like it does become very isolating. So you gotta go live. You gotta live a life, or you become uninteresting.
I mean, you're not in a rush to have any kids or anything, are you?
I don't plan to ever do that.
Is V okay with that?
So far, Lord willing.
So far, she's just, step one, she's okay with just a dog,
Yeah,
which a dog you love, right?
beautiful dog.
Beautiful dog that
Beautiful
you love.
dog.
Dude, speaking of amazing Donald Trump impressions, Tires is so good. I've rewatched it. I mean, we did literally. I aired an episode today where we talked about how good Tires is. But I rewatched it. It is so good. Everyone in it is like, oh, I was dying.
Yeah, I
But
think they are ready or are in the process of filming season 2, which is sick.
that'd be great. You know what I'm really excited for? There's a movie coming out. Kevin Costner's directed, and it's genius the way they're doing it. God, it's like a Western saga. I forget the name, but it's the way they're doing it, and I love this, is that he's releasing the first one. It's a two-part movie, right? First part comes out at the end of June, right? And it's like gonna be awesome, great movie, whatever. And then the second one comes out at the end of August, right? So it's
Yeah,
two movies, and instead of having to wait like a
yeah.
year and a half in between, it's like boom, boom, couple months later. I think like that's the evolution. I think that's genius. And
That's
if it,
I
I think the movie's gonna be a hitter too.
I've been going to the movies, so I live right across the street from a movie theater. So I've been doing solo movies. Like I go to
Oh, the
like the
best.
11:30 show. Last I saw Furiosa with two other people in the theater.
Incredible.
This is when I was still drinking. So sneak in 3 beers in my hoodie. Got my
Of
weed
course.
pen. I got
Yep.
Zins. I
Yeah.
got a couple things. I got a thing of s'mores Pop Tarts in my pocket too.
Yeah. And I'll
iPod.
just let you know, everyone else in there is doing the same thing.
Oh yeah, you gotta bring stuff. But then when there's no one in the
Yeah.
theater, you can put both leg rests, like you and the person next to you, and they have an armrest that goes up. You can lounge. It's nice. It's the life. They
Ooh.
do a thing on Mondays where it's $5 for the movie ticket, but you don't know what movie it is when you walk into the theater. And it's usually a movie that's going to come out on Friday, but it could be like something obscure. It could be like, what was the day I was going to go? It ended up being Boy Kills World, that new Skarsgård movie.
Oh,
And it was like
good.
the week before it came out. I didn't go and see it, but I was thinking about it, but I was like, I want to know what movie it is.
Yeah. I kind of like that. It's like a surprise kind of thing. You're
Yeah.
going, you can't decide. Here's $5, you pick for me, right?
Well, yeah, it's random. It's just one. I think it's just one screening at 7 o'clock, but they have it at a lot of the AMC theaters. It's a cool concept.
You know, it's the move for the movie theaters now, and I figured this out way too late in life. The dollar store, babe.
Oh, for like the candy and all that.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah,
I
Dollar Tree
legit
or even Five Below.
like think about it. You can spend like legit. I probably spent like $20 in candy at the dollar store, and I'd get all of that. Like, dude, I remember we took the kids to a movie a couple weeks ago, and like I legit stopped at the dollar store, got $20 worth of candy, and I opened it up. I was like, "All right, kids, just grab what you want and just sneak it in your pockets. We're going." And we went in, and it was all. And you know what we saw? We saw that If movie.
Yeah.
Not for kids, bro. Do
Hell
not.
good.
I mean, Krasinski, you know, I feel like with directors, like if you have success, it gets your head a little bit and like maybe it'll give you confidence to do a great movie and you can do whatever and you're good. Right. And like you just be a Spielberg and just make awesome movies. Right. Or you can do a good movie and be overly confident. And your next movie is a fucking weird movie about a kid whose mom died of cancer and dad has cancer. And she has an imaginary friend who's Ryan Reynolds. And it's fucking weird. You know? So Krasinski, I mean, go back to A Quiet Place. But this one. Stop directing movies for your daughter. All right, she ain't Emily Blunt, bro.
No good. What did I watched?
Well, I don't know. She might be Emily Blunt eventually, but
you're like this. So on Father's Day, what did I watched Godfather 2.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I did fast forward through because I remembered all the Robert De Niro scenes, like the young Vito Corleone scenes, but I was like, I do forget what happens to I was like, because I swore like Michael kisses Fredo, and then the intermission happens. And I'm like, wait, there's still an hour left? What the fuck happens after this? But there isn't much that happens with Michael.
Court stuff.
Yeah. Other than what's his name, Frank Patangelo. It's that storyline. Yeah, Frank Patangelo. He's like, you know, the men who killed themselves honorably got to keep their stuff. I love Tom Hagen. So then I watched that, and then it was on Paramount Plus, and then Coda is on there too, which is like a revived version of the third one. I only got like 20 minutes in. He's like at he's at the Vatican in the beginning of the movie. But then I went through like did you ever see the third one? I've never seen it.
No.
You see his daughter, which is like Francis Ford Coppola's, Sofia Coppola's daughter. She ain't that great looking. And then you have like Sonny's illegitimate kid.
Yeah, that he had with his cousin.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, don't you remember in the first movie, Sonny would sneak away with that one bridesmaid? And like she was one of those like interestingly kind of good looking because she had like that Italian face with like the nose, but she was all right, you know what I mean? But it was like he would sneak away and plow her out while his wife's with three kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just, you know, like remember Tom Hagen, the scene where he's like listening on the other side of the door?
Yeah.
You know, so that's so that's his cousin. Yeah, Sonny was banging his cousin, no big deal. And then surprise, surprise, the kid they have turns out to be a little psycho who's a little touched in the head.
Oh,
but that's Italians, babe.
That's what those fucking
you watch fair, though, that's like all Italians, like a little psycho touch in the head, and you know,
it's like a Targaryen. They're the Targaryens of real life. They bang their cousins. They're upset easily. They probably have dragons that we don't know about.
Speaking of Targaryens, I didn't watch yet, but I'm down the shore. So no, I didn't watch it yet. But we got exciting stuff, dude. All right, okay, good. All right, then I'll watch it and then we'll talk.
You watch it, then we'll talk.
Yeah, you know I'll watch it and we'll talk. So keep going.
No, I was gonna say I watched a couple of the older Game of Thrones episodes just for funsies after I caught up on season 1 of because I got like 5 episodes in House Dragon and then I got bored and then I finished it right before Sunday and then watched Sunday's episode. But I watched the old episodes, dude. Like what's it? I think it's season 3 or 4 where Robb Stark's gonna die. I can't watch it, dude. I like see him come on the screen. Dude. I just shake my head. I'm just like no. I didn't watch Game of Thrones when it came out. I watched it like 10 years after it came out.
Okay.
I watched like season 7 and 8 with my friends like on Sunday nights because they had HBO. We would smoke and then I would go home. I was like, this show's all right. I finally went back and watched the whole season. I always thought the Red Wedding was when the bull Joffrey got poisoned and died.
No, that's the Purple Wedding.
It never got spoiled for me, the Robb thing. So I was watching it during the pandemic. And I literally, Hatfield loves it. Hatfield has a Hand of the King tattoo on his chest. So I literally called him and I was like, bull, they cut his dog's head off and put it on his head. Like,
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yo, when they're stabbing the girl's stomach, bro,
Dude,
like prison stabbing the stomach of Rob Stark's wife,
it's
bro. Like
brutal.
it was like, so in the books apparently, like in the books it gets a little Catelyn Stark doesn't die in the books, and it just gets some stuff. But it's well, she gets her throat slit, but doesn't completely die. But either way, but nah, dude, like when they parade Rob Stark's body out with the wolf head on it, and like all the Starks are dying, like, bro, legit, like you're like, what are we even doing here? Like, what is this world right now? And like Arya's like, parents, family, somebody, and then it's like, all right, I gotta go be with this big mean bastard. All right, like it was. But the best was, like it did make the comeuppance for the phrase, like when Arya
Yeah.
did get the phrase eventually, it did make that just like so much sweeter. But looking back, dude, looking back, it's, the early seasons, the production wasn't as high, but like dude, they would break records for like money spent on episodes and extras. Like Game of Thrones set so many new precedents that they have now, which is why House of Dragons, I think production wise, is a lot better, and the acting, especially in the first season, like, dude, Patty, what's his face, the dude that played the king, he was so good,
Dude,
so
how
good.
cool is it when he loses his eye and he wears the half gold? I want,
Ah,
dude, if I ever lose my eye, 1,000% what I'm getting a
he was
whole
awesome.
full half gold
Yeah.
face. It'd be so cool.
He's
Yeah.
married to the one older Allison Hightower in real life. Like they're really married.
King Viserys and Alicent Hightower are married in real life.
Yeah, so the older one that gets her feet jacked off to,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Yeah, she and the king are married in real life.
Oh, huh. Look at that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And honestly, did a great job on screen. She was awesome. She's really good.
But so if
I
you're
like the older versions. I like the older versions of the Allison and what's her face a lot better.
would you
But
you're the
yeah,
middle child of all your siblings, right?
correct. Yep.
Would you bend the knee to Tom, or would you try and usurp the throne?
No, I would have been like, so do you remember a character named Kevin Lannister?
No,
You probably
Kevin.
don't. You remember Lord Tywin, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So Lord
That's
Tywin,
yeah.
he was one of the rare, and it's very rare. Sir Otto Hightower becomes it, but it's very rare to be a two-time hand of the king. And Tywin did it for two different kings, right? Where Otto Hightower was a two-time hand of the king for, well, actually for the same king, right? And I don't know if he becomes a hand of the king for, oh yeah, he does actually. So he might be a three-time hand of the king. But either way,
Yeah, Otto's 3 time because he's
yeah.
what's his name's hand
Yeah,
currently.
yeah. Aegon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he was Viserys's hand, then he wasn't, then he was again. So like he was, I guess it's 3 times.
He
But
was the king before Viserys' hand too. I thought it began with a J. And don't quote me.
Jacaerys?
There you go. Sure.
He was?
I swear I
If
heard
he
that in
was
the
a
show.
4-time hand of the king, then damn, Sir Otto Hightower can slang it. But either
Back
way,
that, back that, back.
Tywin Lannister was a 2-time hand of the king. Technically 3-time too, because he was the Mad King Aerys, is hand of the king, right?
Oh, he
And then
was? I never knew
yeah, he
that.
was the
Yeah, I guess
Mad
I never
King
thought
Aerys.
about that.
Yeah, he was the Mad King Aerys, hand of the king, and then the rebellion happened, and
He
the
was
sack of King's
Baratheons.
Landing. What happened was is that Tywin Lannister came to King's Landing, and Alistair Thorne was working the gate, right? Who Alistair Thorne was the commander at Castle Black that gave Jon Snow a really hard time,
Yeah.
right? So he was working the gate at King's Landing. And Tywin Lannister's like, hey, I'm here to help you guys when the Northern Army comes with, Robert Baratheon and Ned Stark. And Alistair Stone's like, come on in. And then Tywin Lannister's like, yeah, fuck that. And he sacked the whole city, right? Jaime kills King Aerys, the Mad King, right? Tywin, he had stopped being hand by that point because it's some other stuff. I don't want to get too much into it. He stopped
Yeah.
being hand of the king because Rhaegar Targaryen was supposed to be married to Cersei, right? Like that was Tywin's plan. And then Mad King Aerys is like, why would I marry my son to my mate, like my basically my servant's kid, right? Is how he told him. And then Tywin's like, all right, fuck you, I'm leaving, So then either way, Ares is dead. Then Robert comes in. John Aaron was Robert's hand. He did a decent job. And then John Aaron dies. Ned Stark comes in. He, obviously all that stuff happens. Robert dies. Ned dies.
Yeah.
Joffrey's made king. Tywin is
Tywin.
his hand, but because he's out fighting the war, he gives it to Tyrion. Tyrion actually does a really good job. Tywin comes back. He becomes Joffrey's hand. Joffrey dies. And then what the fuck was the other one's name
What's
after
the kid?
Joffrey?
Yeah, the kid who jumped out the window, right?
Yeah, fuck. What was his name?
That kid's got the best death in the whole show. People are
God
like, you know what? Fuck
damn.
this. I'm just leave. It's like Tom. It doesn't even go with T.
Yeah. Oh God. Marcella's the daughter, and why the fuck am I blanking on the name?
Totem. King Totem.
Titus, maybe. Whatever. So yeah, he was the hand for him as well. And then
Yeah.
he was
Yeah, he
killed.
just
So
leaps
there
out a
you go.
window.
Yeah. He's like, wait, you killed my girl that I was like legit slaying 4 times a day, and you expect me not to kill myself? Did you see Natalie Dormer's big old hoo-ha's in season 2? Come on. But either way, so what I was saying, Kevin Lannister is Tywin Lannister's younger brother, right? And one of the reasons why Tywin was so powerful is because, one, he had a weak father, so Tywin had to be an adult like at a very young age, right? And he had to like take over for his family because his dad was just getting like ransacked, right? And Tywin's like, all right, this isn't happening anymore. And then Kevin was legit like the second in command to all the armies. He was like, when Tywin wasn't in Castle Rock, he was the head of Castle Rock. So Kevin was a huge support system for him. All right, but that's enough Game of Thrones talk. This is a character building episode. We've been here for about a half hour. So I did want to talk about the one subject that we actually were supposed to talk about today, and that is vacations. So right now I'm on vacation. I'm in vacation, and vacation is in me. So what do you want to talk about? Do you have a dream vacation, JDub?
Dream. So I was just talking to my mother wants to go to Ireland, and as much as that like calls to me, like in my heart of hearts,
Yeah, right.
I have depression already. I don't need to go to Ireland, and I have alcoholism. Like I've brought it all here with me.
Yeah.
It's in us.
Yeah.
Ireland's here. The
Ireland's here and
Blarneys,
it's
the
kicking,
Grey
babe.
Hills. Yeah, I've seen the Banshees of Inertia. That's as close to Ireland as I really need to get, and I think I'm okay with that.
I do like watching the Irish movies for sure. But there is part of me that has like, I guess we'll call it the quiet man complex, where I do want to go to Ireland and check it out and do my thing.
Yeah,
but
like I don't know what that is that makes me want to do that. I'm trying to fight it.
I'll tell you, what's wild is that I have a buddy of mine from at work who's legit from Ireland and like moved here when he was like 17 or something like that, right? Like grew up or he's born here, moved to Ireland for like, 16 years and then came back, right? And he was telling me like he lived in like a small Irish village and things like that. And like, how like the IRA had like all those guys that did like they're at one point they had a hunger strike, like they had these Irish
The
prisoners
troubles.
that had like that had this hunger strike. And he was telling me, he's like, yeah, dude, I used to know all their names. I had their posters on my wall, right? He's like, they were like the biggest heroes
The
in Armenia. I
blanket
was
men.
like, what?
Yeah. So they
He's
were
like,
the
oh yeah,
blanket men.
dude. He's like, it's a big thing over there. He's like, there was this one guy in our area that killed a cop, like a black and tan cop, like a British cop. He killed him, and like he was like the biggest hero in the town. I was like, really? I was like, damn, the mind washing over there is wild. You know what I mean? Like the hate is real, dude. Could you imagine, Justin? Right? Like, who did you have a poster in your bedroom growing up?
I had a Matt Hoffman poster.
Imagine if you, instead of a Matt Hoffman with his sugar baby, remember the Matt Hoffman sugar baby, right? That was his bike's name, right? The Matt Hoffman sugar
Yeah.
daddy or sugar baby, right?
The Condor Matt Hoffman, yeah.
Yeah. So remember, instead of a Matt Hoffman poster, imagine having a poster of 7 guys who starved themselves to death while in a prison and wearing only blankets.
So they only wore blankets because they refused to wear the uniform that they were given at the prison. And then also to upset the guards, they would take their shit and smear it all over the wall, like floor to bottom. every top inch. And they would use like this mixture, and it would reek, and they would have to pull them all out of their cells and like power wash it down. It was like becoming a nightmare. And they're like, you gotta stop doing this. And they're like, we'll let you wear your own clothes if you stop rubbing your shit all over the walls. And they're like, all right, deal. So then when they got to finally like wear their clothes in prison and stuff, they started sending their pictures back to their families and shit. It was like a big protest. Yeah, and that was like 1970.
Yeah. There's a there's like a
fuck the
big
British.
prison. There's a big prison breakout as well. There's a movie about that too, which was it was actually a really good movie, you know, about how like the one dude, like he was there, and like his job was to befriend a guard and like figure out how he could get out and then orchestrate an escape, and they did. And it was like the way they did it was, I mean, it was wild. It was really cool though, you know.
Dude, I think about that. Like, you could do the old like grow your fingernail long enough and then carve it into a key shape.
Dude,
Like
well,
over years.
apparently, I mean, that was a thing. Apparently, they're like, I remember on Oz, the one storyline was the dude Tobias, whatever. He like he went crazy and cut his nails and stuff into like they were like claws, you know. And
Yeah.
apparently, there was like a prisoner that actually did that. That like cut his nails and sharpened them enough that he could like rip guys to shreds with them.
Did you ever see that movie about the like that famous English prisoner Bronson?
Charles Bronson with Tom Hardy.
Yeah. I was gonna say Matt Hardy. Yeah, Tom Hardy.
I didn't see it, but I know the story.
What was his deal? Remind me. I saw that movie and I liked it. He was just nuts and would beat the shit out of people, right? And
Yeah,
kept
he was
going back
nuts.
on purpose.
Yeah, and he apparently was like the toughest son of a bitch, dude. He was like tough as
He had
nails.
that big bar handle mustache. He looks like Bane
Yeah,
in that movie.
yeah. He was jacked. I think that was the movie that got him Bane, if I'm correct. But he's another one, dude. He's a big Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy.
Thomas
Tom
Thomas
Hardy,
the Hardy.
big
Dude, he
time
should be
Brazilian
Wolverine.
Jiu-Jitsu guy.
He'd
What's
be a
that?
good Wolverine. He'd be a good Wolverine. He's short.
Did you ever see him in Warrior?
No. That's
Oh,
he's
dude.
a UFC fighter.
Yeah, honestly, might be one of
Is
the
that the
best
wait? Is
fighting
that the one
movies
where he like
ever.
fights his brother?
Yeah,
I may have seen this actually.
that movie was so goddamn good. I
I forget
love
how
that
it
movie.
ends.
I mean, do you want me to tell you?
No, you might as well not. Somebody might
All right.
watch this and watch Warrior. Watch it on your own
It's a
time.
really good one. Write it, watch Warrior, and then tell the ending in the comments, and we'll read it on Let's Get Retorted, and Justin can cry then. Because I'll tell you, first time I watched the ending, I damn near cried. It was phenomenal. Absolutely. And first time I really got to meet the National, the singer, the National. Remember him?
No, that does sound familiar though. I remember that band.
Yeah. The National did. He wrote a song that was like during the ending, it's all like super moving. And then he also did the Reigns of Castamere, the original Reigns of Castamere.
I don't know what that
Or
is.
who? It's the Lannisters song, the Reigns of Castamere. You wouldn't know if you didn't know. Either way, they sang it. It's the song they played at the Red Wedding.
Oh shit. Okay. That's no good.
That like what happened was like they're playing that song and Catelyn Stark's like, what? Why are you playing? Like that's the song of the people we're legit in a war with, and you're playing it at the wedding. Like what's going on here? And then all of a sudden it's like arrow, knife, stab. Yeah. Brutal stuff. Shout out, fan of the show, listener of the show. Either way, let's keep it moving. So, vacation spots. Your thoughts?
Would you want to go to Tokyo?
I would want to go to Tokyo. Yeah, I would. And I heard the food there is incredible.
Would you do Egypt? Would you do Egypt?
Egypt?
I've heard the food is incredible in Tokyo as well. It's supposed to be like really fresh. Egypt's supposed to be a little dangerous. Here's the other thing too.
Yeah.
I'm asking you all these questions. Like you're not bringing your wife and kids.
Okay. By
Does,
myself.
like-
Egypt is I'm on the Tokyo's 1,000% yes.
Tokyo, yeah, Tokyo's safe.
With
yeah.
or I mean like, you know, if I
you could do that with or
safely
without
bring
family.
yeah, I could do that. But either way, Egypt, I don't know. I'd like I
Like,
mean, part of me would like to see the pyramids just because everyone talks about them all the time. They're supposed to be awesome, but I don't know. I'm not.
Are you an adventurous traveler? Like, would you do slightly dangerous travel? Like, would you go to Mexico and leave the resort?
I don't. Yeah, I don't leave the resort in Mexico. No way. Especially not if I mean, whenever I'm there. I mean, the times I've been there recently have been with my family, and I'm not like my daughter goes from the airport to the resort and back to the airport, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not taking my daughter anywhere. But no, I mean, I don't know. I would like because of all the stuff that's been said about the pyramids and things like that, and like they're supposed to be like jaw dropping. I would want to see them in my mind, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not.
What about
I don't
would you
know.
go to Moscow?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to Russia.
I know, it's so
Absolutely not.
scary.
The fact
It's
that
supposed to
they
be
could,
beautiful.
yeah, well, the fact that they could Trump up some charges and just keep you there,
Yeah.
absolutely not. I'm not saying that they would do that to me, but the fact that they have that power, no fucking way am I going
We
there.
have very valuable podcast producer from America. We will trade for WNBA star.
This podcast producer lost a sponsorship to a thing. You will want to hear this guy.
He
Yeah,
somehow
not a
pissed
chance.
off grape. He is the man who pissed off grape nuts.
Yeah. Dude, you know what is wild? I was talking to someone about this today. So I'll use, also thought of an incredible idea for a show. I mean, I don't want to say it because it's that good. I'll tell you later. But either
Excellent.
way, and it might be the show I have to do while you're gone because fucking I don't have anything else. But no, shit, what was I gonna say? Oh no. So either way, for the Hunter Biden, right? Like last week on the WPP News, Liam did a gimmick about Hunter Biden, and it was a really good clip, like really funny, quick, funny, just like they like it. You know what I mean? And I did it up, spruced it up real nice, put it out, spit shined it up, and I thought I was like, damn, I think this will be a hitter. One, because it's true, you know, and two, because it was funny. It was like a good funny clip, you know. And I've put it out. I've aired it, deleted it, and aired it 4 different times, and it still hasn't hit. And I'm like, it's like, but dude, like no more than 6 views, and it's like I think it's the algorithm has anything blocked with that. You
Yeah,
know,
with Hunt. Yeah, it's like the topic. It's not the clip.
agreed. Because dude, the Island Boys got us 10,000. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, we can shit on the Island Boys, but you can't say a true story about old HBZ. Like, come on, what we doing here? You know? HBZ off topic. What is one place you would like to visit? I have a place in my mind that I've always wanted to go.
There's like a couple. So there's I know there's this one thing where you can like go and they have like prostitutes and cocaine are legal somewhere in South America, and there's like a hotel resort.
Ooh, cocaine is legal,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
not stepped
allowed
on a
at this
thousand times.
No, it's inside the hotel's in South America.
Ooh,
So
that's the
yeah,
best cocaine money can buy, baby.
that sounds kind of fun. Like Amsterdam, if I was like 16 or like 20, would
Sure,
be kind
sure,
of
sure,
fun.
sure.
Just like go get high in
Right.
a nice cafe. But there was like I would do a cool golf outing. Like I would do like St. Andrews or something
I
like
think
that.
my brother went to Amsterdam. I believe he did. I believe my brother did.
I would do it.
My brother Alex. But you know what's one place? I know it's weird. I've always wanted to go. I remember it was in a Where's Waldo book. And I was like, wait, this place is real? And they're like, yeah, it's real. And I was like, damn, I want to go. And it's Easter Island. For some reason, I've always wanted to go to Easter Island.
Where is Easter Island?
I think it's like South America-ish, but
Okay.
it's like, do you know what I'm talking about with the big statues and shit?
Yeah, the big heads that are like halfway in the ground.
Yeah, I don't know what's the deal. I just
I
want to
mean,
go.
that's like
I'm hooked.
Madagascar.
It
Just sounds
is?
fun. No. I just in that
No,
same concept, like the Easter Island. I'm like, I kind of want to go to Madagascar, like the Galapagos. Would you go to Antarctica
Galapagos. I would go to Antarctica.
just to like
Apparently, it's
prove that
supposed to
there is
be
an
like,
ice wall?
I mean, there is an ice wall, and it's in Antarctica, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just want. Apparently, it's supposed to be like gorgeous,
Hey,
gorgeous.
you're gorgeous. What
And
about the Dead Sea?
polar bears aren't in Antarctica, are they?
I don't think anything is in Antarctica.
I would love to see a polar bear just go
I
to
think you
town.
go. Yeah, I think you go north for polar bears. You go south for
North for the polar bears. Okay, I would
yeah.
love to see a polar bear just rip something in half. I mean, I
Oh.
love seeing it on Nature is Wild. Shout out, fan of the show, listener to the show. But yeah, I would love to see a polar bear in live and in living color. That
Where
would be
haven't
wild.
where haven't you been in America that you want to go?
You know what? I'm a big state parks guy. You know what I'm saying?
Little Yellowstone?
I've been to Yosemite. I've never been to Yellowstone.
Hey, boo boo.
I would love, but dude, I love like the parks and stuff. I love a state park. I think they're awesome. I remember like when I was a kid, we went to like Redwood Forest. We went to the Sequoias. We saw the Sequoia Forest. Dude, that's
Redwoods would
something
be
like,
cool to see.
bro, the Sequoias are even cool. Bro, you can
Same
drive a
thing?
car. Yeah, look, So redwoods are like tall and like kind of straight and thin, and sequoias are like someone like it's like they're like an ink blot turned into a tree. You know what I mean? They're in their like, bro, you're driving your car through sequoias. Like they make tunnels in them because they're so big.
It's that thick. That's cool.
They're like they're enormous. It's really like a pencil D and a big like maybe a
Chode?
soda can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Comcast remote.
Yeah. Comcast TV remote.
The old
I would
gray
say
ones.
the redwood's the Comcast TV remote, and maybe the sequoia is like I don't know, a can of bush beans.
All right.
The big can.
I would go see Rushmore. That'd be kind of
Rushmore?
cool. Mount Rushmore, like in South Dakota.
Okay. I would see Rushmore. Yeah. I would love to take Nicolas Cage so he could show me like where everything's at.
Where the treasure is.
Like that's a big conspiracy. Rushmore's hiding something, Did you know the deal with the buffaloes? Like, remember Buffalo Bill? Buffalo Bill Cody?
I never met him, but I remember like the name. The guy who puts people in the hole. It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets
not
the hose.
Mr. Lotions on the basket.
Was his name? That was his name though, right? Buffalo Bill?
I believe so. Maybe Buffalo Bob, Buffalo Bill, who knows?
Would you fuck
but
me?
no.
I'd fuck me. Goodbye, horses. They're calling after you. Goodbye. That's a good song by Lazarus.
Yeah, totally.
Sorry. I like that movie. That's a good movie. It's based on a guy from Philly.
Isn't that Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah. The part of that is like the whole idea is from a guy. It was in a row home in Philly. A guy was dug a hole down in the ground and was keeping people in there. He wasn't like trying to wear their skin. That part was made up in the Silence of the Lamb, but the whole part comes from good old Philadelphia.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that cool? Because remember, like a lot of those basements in Philly have a dirt floor.
Yeah, mine did.
I'm gonna dig a hole and put you in it.
Wow. Dude, what would you do if how did he
if
get
I woke up in a hole? I mean, I think he would like needle him, make him pass out, hit him with a little Bill Cosby, take him home.
God, he gave him the Billy Cos.
Yeah. Also from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
This is lining up.
Yeah, how about it? He's really taking off there. Okay, so step 1, knock him out. Step 2, throw him in a big hole. Step 3, call it a day. Okay, what is one place you will never go?
Well, I mean, I'll probably never go to Idaho because I also don't know that it's real. I don't think anybody's ever been to Idaho.
Yeah, Idaho's made up. That's for sure.
It's fake.
Yeah,
it's fake.
No one's going. The Idaho does not exist. Boise's a lie. Boise State, that's actually in South Dakota. My friend told me it's true.
If it was up to me, I'd never go to Jersey again, but it happens all the time.
I'm in Jersey right now, literally sitting in the Garden State itself. Fan of the show, listener of the show. Right. I will tell you this. So, do you remember Finelli? We had him on the show a while ago. You might not have been co-hosting, but he's the godfather of meat, Mike Finelli, right? He's got a huge TikTok following. Really good dude, right? And he's an LC guy. Yeah. So either way, we're down at the shore and my brother hit him up like, what's the best pizza spot down here? Right. And it was this place called Boulevard Pizza. Right. And it was voted the best pizza in the Jersey Shore and the 4th best pizza in New Jersey.
Well, dang.
Yeah. Dude, that's saying something because 2 of Portnoy's biggest hitters are in Jersey for the pizza. You know what I mean?
Did you? Yeah. Have you hit this place up yet?
So that's what we got it the other night. And it was pretty good. But for me, though, I don't know. It all depends what kind of pizza you like. One, I like a sweeter sauce. You know that about me. I like a sweeter sauce. I don't mind it. Me. I like a sweeter sauce.
Zones? You like a Franzones?
Love Franzones.
You would.
I could devour some Frannies. But no, the best, honestly, still my favorite pizza. And maybe it's because it's a pizza I was raised on, but New Station Pizza, man.
New Station's not. I did like New Station back in the day. It's so cheesy.
I love New Station. The crust. Heavy. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. That's a thick slice. That's like a deepy dish. That's like a Pizza Hut deep dish is a good old New Station. But dude, the New Station the sauce is good. Cheese, the crust. Like, I love New Station. But
Tony's Pizza, North Wales, Cash.
Yeah,
right on Summerytown Pike, best pizza in the world.
We know. All right. What is the best vacation you've had thus far in your life?
Best far in my life? I mean, it's mostly with my beautiful girlfriend.
And I just Googled it, just so you know, Idaho does not exist.
Yeah, told you. Yeah, fake.
Yeah.
Because don't they
You're
do
right.
the caucus there? They begin the election. It's some fake
The
state that they don't
caucus?
even have. My favorite vacation, huh? We went to Mexico and I had like a beautiful. I don't know. I've had a lot of fun vacations.
With
We used to
V.
go down. Yeah, I mean those are the best ones.
Yeah.
One time we went to
Because she
DC.
lets you touch her.
Yeah, I could touch her. We saw Joey Diaz, and then we went to Ben's Chili Bowl in DC, and then we rode lime scooters down the highway, and that was like one of the funnest nights I've ever had.
Wait. Back it up. Who are you with?
This is my beautiful girlfriend. We go to Washington
V.
DC. Yeah.
Who was previous guest of the show, friend of the show. Okay, you and her go to Washington D.C. You catch a show with old Joey Coco Diaz.
Yep. Then right
Good
when
show?
you walk out of the theater, amazing show. I ate a bunch of edibles. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was tremendous.
Love
and
you,
then,
Joe Rogan.
Tremendous, Lisa Yat. Bounce your pH. You walk out of the theater, and right next door is this place called Ben's Chili Bowl. It's like a famous place in DC, and it's open all night. And they have nice little bit of spicy chili on a hot dog with some cheese. Crush two of those. Put down a nice Coca-Cola. And then we got to get back to the hotel.
Good ass time.
And they have lime scooters, like just little bird scooters you can have. You just like scan with an app and rent. And it specifically says like, do not take these on the highway. But our hotel's only like 2 miles away.
On the highway.
But we have to go down like a 309 type of road. We're just booking doing 30. So much fun.
And you survived.
So much fun. Yeah. Drove around DC on scooters. It was beautiful. It was tremendous.
I would have to say, my best vacations thus far have been with my wife. One of them was our honeymoon where we went to Italy, which was
Where'd you go in Italy?
Awesome. We went to Rome. Like home base was in Rome, right? But then
that's kind of towards the top or in the middle. Where's Rome? Rome's like right in the middle.
Middle south middle.
Okay.
But either way, went to Rome, and then we did like an excursion. One day we went to like Pompeii and the Amalfi Coast, which was like, honestly, that was probably one of my favorite days. It was so good. Pompeii, I'm a big history guy. Pompeii was fascinating, right?
Yeah.
And then the next one we went to like, I did like, we got like the gladiator pass for the Colosseum. We did the Roman Forum. And one of the best things about Rome is that we would like book something for the day and then would just walk around, because it was like everything is like, there's like so many cool like free things you can go to that have been around for thousands of years that are like dude, like the Trevi Fountain and the Spanish Steps and like all these like really cool looking things, and they're like, it was a lot of fun and like really good food and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Can't beat that.
I've always wanted to see Venice. The concept of streets being made of water, like when I was a kid, I grew up in the borough, and same with Lansdale. Like it has a grid type street pattern anyway.
Yeah.
So like the concept of like the streets becoming water one day, and then like you have to take a boat to school, or like instead of motorcycles, there's guys on jet skis. Instead of buses, there's platoon boats. It'd be a lot of fun if the streets were water.
We did.
Imagine 476 in the mornings. 3 boats wide, just going down the highway.
Yeah, 3 gondolas. Hey, get out of the way! Yeah, no.
Fighting with oars.
No, there's like a town. So my mom lives on an island, right? And then there's a town like right across the bay, and you can get like a boat shuttle and go over there, right? So what we did, like a boat went across the bay and went to this town, and the town has like water streets, but it doesn't have a ton. It's not like Venice. Probably had like 10,
right,
where Venice probably has like, 1,000, whatever. But it was still like, it was kind of cool that like you're like riding through like neighborhoods on a boat, and we saw like an otter in one of them, which is really cool. So, but yeah,
big on otters.
So nice. Yeah, same. So nice. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, no, Italy was awesome. I'll tell you, Albania was great. That might be my number one. Albania was so cool. The most affordable by far. Right?
How long's that flight?
To Europe, it's 11 hours regardless.
Sheesh. And then what?
You're doing you're doing 11 hours. So like depending on what you fly, that takes you over
Like
there.
from New York to
So we
wherever you end
did
up
when
going.
we went to Albania, we went from JFK and we took Turkish Airlines. So we flew from JFK to Turkey to Istanbul in Turkey,
You know,
right?
Istanbul was once Constantinople.
Yeah, I did know that.
You know why they changed it? I can't say. I think people just liked it better that way.
You're a fucking cunt.
Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Dude, there might be Giants had some bangers. All right, keep going.
But no, we went. So we took Turkish, flew from JFK to Istanbul, and then from Istanbul we flew to Tirana, which is the capital of Albania. And then, dude, we stayed at we stayed at this place called the Rogner, which is the #1 hotel in Albania, which is where like visiting heads of state live. It's across the street from their version of the White House, which is where the prime minister stays, and right down like from the #1 university in Albania. It's like right down the street from there, and it's like there's this incredible park, and like it was just like right in like the heart of
What
the
do they
city.
got?
It was
They got a
beautiful.
regular old president. They got a king. What are they doing over there?
Prime minister. Yeah, prime
Cool.
minister.
They got a PM.
Dude, honestly, their economy has just been like up and up and up because the prime minister is focused on tourism as something, because like they have
Isn't
so much history. Their food's incredible. The people are nice. It's really cheap, but like really clean and nice to stay there. And like you don't have to worry about like crime or anything like that. It's like a really like good, safe place. So yeah, Albania is gonna turn into like the French Riviera eventually.
Le Chateau Le Albania.
Chateau Albania.
Chateau
As soon as they get some all inclusives up in that bitch, forget about it.
Dude, that's what I forget I was talking to you about that. I was like, why don't we have all inclusives in the United States? I love
Dude.
the idea of just showing up somewhere and be like, everything's taken care of. Anything you want to do is just extra. You're like, sick.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
want to do anything
Yeah.
other than what you signed up for, just we'll serve you food in your room.
Let me ask you this, Justin. Let me ask you this. If Mexico didn't have all inclusives, would you have gone there? I'll tell you my
No.
answer. Absolutely fucking not. Tell you that right now. If Mexico didn't have all inclusives, I ain't fucking going. Because even though I love chilaquiles, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean?
I can drink $300 worth of liquor a day. I can't
Oh,
I can't afford that on my own.
I'll tell you, I'll tell you what I was getting into, the Miami Vices stand down there. You ever have the Miami Vice? It's the Pinolática and strawberry daiquiri mix. I didn't put any booze in them. They were virgin, but you know,
Hey,
so am I.
They have rooms. The last place we went to had room service where they'd bring you stuff to your room. You get a nice little chicken parm.
The best.
I ordered a chicken
Dude,
parm.
I would order room service just so I had it when I woke up.
Dude, I ordered room service, ordered chicken parm, got high on the balcony, forgot about it, came in, it was cold. It's all inclusive. Order another chicken parm.
Boom. And then you fell asleep before that one got there. So
and watched the Shakira special on HBO.
Shakira?
Yeah, that like HBO show was out at the time we were down there. And I was like, this is sick. I'm having such a good time down here.
Haven't left the hotel room. Nice.
What was your worst vacation?
We went to Washington D.C. as a family when I was a kid, and shit just got ugly. And then when we got that back, my dad got sick, so it sucked. But
our first vacation with me and my stepbrothers went to Williamsburg, Virginia, and it was 3 days there and then 2 days at Busch Gardens, and we went to Busch Gardens after. So like for the first 3 days, we just beat. I mean, this is the first time we've ever left the state with each other. Literally packing the car, a fist fight broke out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun. So, all right, we are coming towards the top of time. Been on here way too long. What do you got before we get out of here? Besides bigger than average schmeckle.
Sauna talk. I'm big on the sauna. It's hot. It feels good. You sweat a lot.
You like the
how long you're supposed to
sauna?
stay in there. I did 8 minutes today. I don't know how long you're supposed to stay in there. I don't know what to do. I just go in there.
I don't know the sauna protocols, but I have a buddy who swears by the sauna. Josh Jovanovic swears by it.
Yeah, I'm pro sauna.
Yeah,
this is a pro sauna, pro Albania podcast.
Big time pro sauna in Albania. You know what? I bet you they got a bunch of schwitzes in Albania. They love a good schwitz.
Russian bathhouse. Say whatever you will. It is kind of creepy and gross and does smell a little weird in there. And they do serve food, which is off-putting, but also kind of exciting to me. Big on the Russian bathhouse.
I'll tell you this, like, the one thing about the Russian smell or the Russian odor, I would say, like, if you do like a Turkish odor or something like that, right, at least there is like maybe something that can be appealing, you know? I'm not really sure, like, the Indian odor, no thanks. Like, the curry just doesn't do it for me. But like, if you like, you know, I love a good kebab or a good, you know, gyro as much as the next guy. So if you got something going, maybe, you know, Middle Eastern style or possibly, you know, Balkan, Southeastern Europe kind of thing, and you get a whiff of that coming in the house, I'm good with it. But if you get a whiff of like cold chicken and potatoes, which is the fucking Russian smell, I'm
And
not with
vodka.
it. Yeah, Russia, I mean, they're not smelling nice. They're not looking great. Moscow will keep you with no real laws being broken. Like, this is the world we're at here. So, you know, dang away. But either way, anything else before you get out of here?
No, just stay out of Russia.
Yeah. Well, speaking of staying out of Russia, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's JDub Justin Richardson. Thank you so much for listening. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You know us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast, and join us on Twitter and TikTok at WorkingPod. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, can you please email us at workperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you this sweet content. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. See you.
Bye.
76ers, here they come, Philadelphia.
Like and subscribe.